down at Golden Gloves with Wayne. Wayne, good session today. A warm one in that room.
It's hot in there, isn't it?
It's so warm. But prepping for next week, got a good show on. Good few of your fighters on there. How is it kind of having everyone in camp together down here?
Yeah, good, you know. Yeah. There's a very good, there's a good vibe in the gym with the fighters. They're all really close to each other. Yeah, and basically Josh, James and Misha, they haven't really had to go anywhere for sparring because the sparring's been great. Been throwing a couple of the amateur kids in with them, so they're all ready to raring to go, you know.
Yeah, you got the title fight rematch with Charlotte.
And Charlotte with this title fight, yeah. It should happen on Kevin Marie's show. Charlotte damaged the wrist, unfortunately, so it's happening now. She get past this, you know, and then hopefully Charlotte will have a big end to the year. Got things planned for her. Hopefully when she comes through this, okay, which she should do. I've got no doubts in my mind that she should come through this in better fashion than she did last time. You know, she made it a bit close of her own stupidity last time. But as I say, yeah, everything is good. Everything.
Everything's going good. You touched on there, so you've got the in-house sparring with the lads. It must be nice, kind of, especially with the way that it's worked, and now you've got Shaq coming back after 5 years, coming back with you and having his fight. How is it kind of having all that ready to go?
Do you know what? I'm really looking forward to having me Shaq back because he's a rough diamond. He's got so much talent. He won so many things as an amateur, and he was having a great pro career till unfortunately his circumstances he couldn't box. But now he's back. He's trained great. He's been back in the gym for what? He's been back in the gym since maybe October, September.
I think he said something like that back end last year. That's what he said to me when we spoke before.
So he got back in the gym. He hadn't picked the glove up, but he got back in the gym. He's been on it continuously, just back in the gym, just training, learning again, getting his time, his distance, everything. So he just opened to pick up exactly where he left off. And Mishak's a very talented fighter, very, very talented fighter. He's really hard to match actually, because he's one of the fighters, he's a puncher, old school fighter. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the show. I'm looking forward to being in our own backyard as Greenbank. Unfortunately, Akeem has to pull out of the show because he did pick an injury up, a hand injury on his last fight, which was back, when was that? Back in, I can't even remember. It was about 3 months ago now.
Yeah, towards the start of the year.
Yeah, and he's only just started punching on it now. So he's just had to be pulled off. He's just started punching this week on it, so hopefully he'll be okay shortly to go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Good show, got some other good kids on the show. Mikey Talon, a good Liverpool prospect, good ticket seller. Very talented kid, looking forward to him. We've got 3 females on the show as well. We've got
May.
May, yeah, she sparred here a few times. And
then you've got Jenna making a debut.
Jenna making
as well.
a debut, yeah. We've also got Joe O'Connell. He's making his debut as well, isn't he? So yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. I'm sure there's another kid on it as well. Yeah, there's another kid on it from. He should have been on the July show, but now he's on this show.
Is it
Yeah, maybe Hamza.
Hamza.
Yeah, him. So he's on it as well. So yeah, it's a good show. It's a very good show. And with the title fight, can't go wrong. Especially the last time we boxed, it was a good fight. You know, it was one of them fights which watching the video of the fight doesn't really do it any justice.
No, I think it was one of them where you had to be there. It was.
Yeah,
you had to be there.
You know, Sylvia's, all the team, they're good people. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that again. And yeah, it's just life of a coacher. Coach, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, but I think it's good that you say it's in your own backyard. And we've been out today in between the training this morning and coming back here.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few people speaking to me who've been out, and you've mentioned the show, and people seem excited.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's where it is as well. It's Greenbank. It's right by Sefton Park. It's local show. It's middle of summer. So yeah, the last one was last year. We had one more or less a year ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's we want to make them more regular. I've got another show. If this goes all right, I've got another show planned there in September, and then one towards the end of the year. So hopefully everything goes well. My lads will all perform good. I know that because they've trained hard enough. So now it's just, they had a bit of a sweat session this morning, a bit of a hard session in the yoga room. And it's just finishing touches now. You can't get no fit. They're not fit now. They won't never box. They'll never get any fitter than they are now. So basically, it's just wind down time. And as you've seen it yourself, it's a good vibe in the gym. Everyone's bouncing off each other.
Seen it today when we've had them in doing kind of some slightly funner little interviews, asking them questions like, who do you think would survive longer in the wild? And they're all like, a few of them jumped on. A few of them backed Josh. Not a lot of them backed James. James got a little bit of stick today. No one wants James connected to that big speaker. James apparently loses his gummy the most.
No. Well, James gummy. James drives his taxi with the gummy in. I'll tell you who's surviving the wild the most. None of them, because there's no fucking Wi-Fi. Sorry for swearing. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi. None of them survive.
Because I think Josh backed himself for that question, but then Josh kind of backtracked a bit and was like, "Oh, did you have some gym rings in here?" And he couldn't do something on the gym rings. He was saying. Then a week later he did it. James thinks he will.
No comment.
Every single question, James backed himself.
Well,
I think that's quite good.
Yeah, that was good. That's a confident fighter. James is from the ends, man, as they say. So yes. No, that's why it's a good vibe in the gym. It's a really really good vibe. So that's it's after battle one. When you've got a good vibe in the gym, it's after battle one, and it's what's it called? The momentum in the gym's flying, and it's just hopefully they'll all do the jobs, because I know we're doing our job as coaches. We all do our jobs properly, and as coaches, I'm not speaking just of myself and the team in here. I'm thinking of worldwide coaches. Something goes wrong, it's always the coach who gets the blame. When the person who's really should get the blame is the person they're looking at in the mirror every day.
Yeah.
They never accept responsibility for anything. And that's where a lot of boxers go wrong, because they always the blame game. And unfortunately, it's the game we're in. And it's a position we put ourselves in as being a coach, as coaches, and things go wrong. Everything's gone right. You spoke to all of them today. They're all bouncing off each other. Thing go wrong, I'm getting the blame. Things go wrong for other coaches, they're getting the blame.
Yeah. It's
just, you're damned if you do. And, I think every coach you speak to will give you the same answer. And it's great when they win. As soon as they lose once, you get the blame. But as I said, that's the game we're in. And unfortunately, that's the mentality of boxers. They don't like accepting self-criticism, and they don't like accepting blame.
Yeah.
And I put it down to a lot to social media. I think social media has a big part to do with the old generation, and that boxing is, I'm not going to say extinct, because that's what Pat always says, but we listen to Pat. He's really, he's knowledgeable in the game, and he's been there, seen it, done it himself as a fighter, and he knows what it takes, and sometimes he'll get the blame. So you tell me how that can work out. So as I say, you spoke to every one of them. The gym's buzzing. We've got a good set of fighters. We've got a good set of amateurs coming through. So yeah, we're all flying. It's a really good vibe and a really good place to be at the moment.
Because I know they touched on that. I think it might have been James, it might have been Josh. One of them mentioned about the amateur lads that are coming in, how they've been doing little bits with them when I asked them some questions. But no, it's good. I think it might be one of them mentioned it doing as about sprints and different stuff, different sizes. Because I was trying to find out who was the fastest. Because whenever I come down here, it's an ongoing debate. Someone will tell me they think they're the fastest person that does the sprints, but we see it on Instagram. The sprints they're intense, and they love a bit of banter, and they're in doing the park runs, racing each other.
Do you know what? I'll be dead real. Like, James is good. But it's maintaining the same time on every round. You know? So James is good. But they're all good. They're all, because James could win one lap. Rest, go again. Josh could win it.
Yeah.
Rest, go again. Badger, my amateur lad, he could win it. You know, but does win it. That's exactly how it goes. And seeing all the way from Charlotte's she's the lightest, she's a girl, she's a female. And she does okay. She gets a little bit disheartened because they all leave it on the long distance. But she puts it in and she does a bit, so yeah, she's on it. She's on Charlotte. She's on it. But like I said, as long as they stay focused for the next 10 days, we'll have a good show and they'll get the right results, and I'll be happy until we go again. As I say, there's big things in the pipeline for Charlotte. She's been offered some big fights already. So let's get over this hurdle first. And also there's big fights for, like, obviously Akeem was supposed to be fighting for the title. As it is, he should have boxed for the title. And obviously with his hand now, I like him to have a comeback fight. It's just a 6-rounder, like we're supposed to be having on this show before he steps for the title. And then who else have we got?
So obviously you speak quite highly of Josh and James. They're kind of coming through and kind of getting the fights in now. Big things in the pipeline for them maybe this year? Well,
James has got an unbelievable opportunity, which obviously I don't want to let out the bag yet. He's got he's got a massive platform. He's got a fight on a massive card where he can, it's a win-win fight for him. So, all he needs to do is perform on that. And, it's the real life Cinderella man story for James. Because, he wins. Let's get past this weekend first, then we'll talk about that. But, before I run my mouth too much. But,
yeah.
He's got a big fight coming up after this. And just leave it at that. Josh is still a baby. He's only a baby. He's only, 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's maturing. He's come on leaps and bounds. In the last year, he's come on, not just as a boxer, as a person. He's matured as a man in the last 12 months. So, Josh is doing everything asked of him. I wish they all had the timekeeping like Josh. He comes from the farthest place and he's here before all of them.
No, he's one of the last to leave sometimes.
Well, yeah, he is. But no, they put the work in, they put the graft in, they do, and now they should reap the rewards.
Reap the rewards next weekend.
As I say, I'm looking forward to Mishak, and I know a lot of people in Liverpool know how good he is, and he has been about some gyms, and he's talked very highly of. And
he seemed like a force to be reckoned with this morning.
No,
the way he was moving in there. I was holding the camera away and I was struggling to stand in that room. He didn't slow down once. If anything, I think he got faster the hotter that room. I think it's almost a yoga room.
Yeah.
I can't even describe how it was to watch him in there.
Yeah, you know what it is with him. He's had setbacks. He's had disappointments, and he's grown. He's learned the game from the outside looking in. So, what's he had? His record is what? He's had 6-1. I think he took the fight on a Matchroom show. He took that last minute fight, the opportunity. That was Tony Bellew managed him then. So if Tony Bellew's going to manage it, it shows you what kind of talent you are, because Tony wouldn't just manage anybody. He then went to Peter Fury. he was up there with Peter Fiore, training with Peter Fiore. But Mishak's a talent, a real talent. And, you know, like I say, you know, I'm not expecting the world from him because he has been out for a long time. But, you know, a couple of fights down the line, Mishak will show everyone what he's about. And he wants to move fast. He's not going to sit about. He needs to move fast. You know, he's a father of 4, 5, I think 6. He's a 5. He's a father of 5. He's still in his 20s, you know. So he started really young, having kids. So he wants to provide for his family, and he also wants to win things in this sport because. And anyone in the game around who knows Mishak previously, they will tell you how good he is and how talented he is. So let's just get this first one out the way, and then it won't be before long before he's challenging for titles.
Well, it's been great coming down to it. Before I let you go, I'm dying to ask because all the boxers had very, very mixed opinions on it. I asked them all who would be the worst to put on the music when they come in the gym. If you're not on it, who do they not want to connect to it? And there were some very mixed opinions. James got a lot of stick, but I asked James, and James thinks he's got the best music taste going. He's into everything. You're in here with him every day. I'm not, so I don't know what music they put on. But what's your thoughts and take on that?
James can't go nowhere near that. James can't go near that. I don't know what. None of them can. I don't allow them to anymore because you know what? He plays shit. They play shit. I just can't be arsed listening to what I'll tell you the truth. So they don't get allowed to go near it anymore. Yeah. Because they just, you know. So either they stick with me.
Stick with you or no music.
Or no music. Simple. That's it. And, you know, half the time I've got something on, I don't even like it myself. I've just got it on because it's like upbeat tempo, you know.
I like the music this morning.
Yeah, it's upbeat.
I loved it.
A bit of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then a little, you know, and then a little bit of dance. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You know, it's just got no choice. It's my gym. Got no choice.
When I mentioned it to him, I think everyone was like, James can't go anywhere near it. Not James. And James like, me.
No. Charlotte. Didn't know what I said about Charlotte? Or Justin Bieber? Charlotte cannot go near that.
I don't mind if me and Charlotte have that in common, but James backs himself with so much confidence, and I think that's a great trait to have, not just in boxing, but outside of boxing as well. So
yeah, James again, you know, he come here and you know, he's been here now, what? He come here after he got beat. He's had, 3-4 fights with me now. But he's developed and he's a force, James, you know. He's the dark horse of this gym, I think. Because he trains, he puts the work in, he's in there, he's developed, he's come on. You know, every coach is going, he's come on, he's done this and done that. But, you know, he sees the development in somebody and the confidence coming out in somebody. So, you know, I'm looking forward to a big performance of James. First 6 rounder. Yeah, he's been with me over a year now, so he knows me, he knows the team, he knows how we work, and he's confident with us now. So, yeah, I'm happy to go. I'm looking forward to it. Because I can have a little rest then. Or can I? Nah, I'm just looking forward to it. Honestly, it's just like, yeah, you know. And then before we all start back. So
I'll come back together.
They'll be back on the Monday. You know what I mean? They're not fighting for world titles, are they? So they'll be back on the Mondays. End of.
I love it. Well, it'll be a great card next weekend. I think it's a stacked show from start to finish. There's not one fight which I don't think will be entertaining for anyone to watch. I think people should get down if they've not got tickets and then enjoy a great night of boxing in Liverpool. Yeah,
nice one. And if you haven't got your tickets, just contact any of the boxers for the tickets. And obviously, which is a good thing, is 3 females on the card, which is very rare to see, you know, on any small hall show, top show, big show. 3 females on a small hall show is going to be, you know, it's good. So, all the females.
Actually, you've got Title, you've got May, who's kind of getting used to it now, and then Jenna making a debut. I think it's got every little level there, haven't you?
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, yeah, it's all good. Should be all good.
Well, can't wait to watch it.
Nice one.